y'all? This Lil W SlabOgsTv back at it again with another interview. Today I'm up here at Pete Base Shop, you know what I'm saying? More newer installer, you know what I'm saying, but definitely got the streets on fire. It's a lot of cars that y'all done seen on Instagram, you know what I'm saying, that he done did, trunks, you know what I'm saying, the music in there. So without further ado, introduce yourself to the people.
What's up, man? It's your boy P Base right here. You know what I'm saying? So I've been building, you know, more on a professional level, I'd say, for the last 4 years. Been building boxes and shit like that almost 10 years.
Okay.
So
what made you kind of younger? When you was younger, did you kind of always was into cars? You know what I'm saying?
Man, when I was younger, I really wasn't. I was into basketball. You know, I stayed out the streets or whatever. So I wasn't into cars when I was younger. It was more basketball and just staying at the park, smoking weed.
Yeah.
You know, just chill.
Yeah, I know you said that your brother had a few Cadillac DeVilles, right?
Yeah,
a
the
few Cadillac
93.
DeVilles.
I think he had like the 91, between the 91 and the 93, you know, we all call them baby lacks or whatever. But he had 3 of them back to back from when he was like 16 to 18. So during that time, I was only like 12 or 13 when he first got the car. And man, I learned to drive in those cars. So for me, I always had a dream of getting one myself. You know, he didn't slab it out or whatever. He didn't do much other than maybe change the stereo out in it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think right then and there, around that time, is when I started getting into cars and started noticing Cadillacs and you know, the big bodies and shit like that. You know.
Okay. So how did you get into, you know, building trunks, making boxes? You know what I'm saying? Pop trunks, all that.
So when I got my own first car when I was like 18, 19, I started, you know, of course I like music or whatever. So I started playing around with the different boxes, different setups, different speakers and amplifiers and all that type of stuff. And so during that time, we didn't have Facebook Marketplace and all that. What we had Craigslist. And so I was literally on Craigslist all the time. You know, it's a website. You go and you click out the little ad or whatever, and you got to, most of the time, these people will put their cell phone number. So then you got to go and text these random ass people, hey, I saw your ad on this and that. You still got this for sale or whatever like that. Nowadays, you see some on Marketplace, you just hit that button. It's like, hey, this shit's still available. You know what I'm saying? So I was messing around with all the different speakers and different boxes and different amps and shit like that. And it was a dude that I worked with. He told me, he was like, man, at this point, you need a custom box. You need to get you someone to build it, or you need to build it yourself. Because like that, it's gonna bang 10 times harder than a box you can go and just buy off the shelf or whatever. So I did that. I ended up building my own speaker box, and yeah, like the bitch, you know, I did a little video, and the fucking trunk was doing this and shit like that. I put the video on Facebook, and somebody hit me up. They're like, hey, can you build me a box? So without hesitation, I was like, yeah, you know, like I can build you a box. I got half the money up front and built the box, and it was a great turnout. You know, I can still call the dude today and, you know, chop it up.
Okay. And what about the neons, you know what I'm saying, the top lids, you know, because I feel like, because when I watch people do them, you know what I'm saying, it look like it's kind of hard, you know, you kind of got to load a lot of electrical stuff with a car.
So a lot of people know me for having these style neon lights. These are what they call flex tube neons.
Okay.
Excuse me. You know, I'll go ahead and basically break it down for everybody so that they can know, you know, just to put everybody on game. These ain't nothing more than a little LED strip inside of a little tubing. You know what I'm saying? So you can cut these holes every so often or whatever like that. So I use these holes at 99% of my builds. I've fucked with the actual glass tube neon only one time. You know, it's that right there is a whole different craft. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't taught this shit. I didn't have an OG to teach me, hey, you know, this is how you fuck with these neons or whatever. This is how you cut the shit out, and you know, like that. I had to learn this shit mostly all on my own. So,
okay.
But yeah, these style neon lights, they're a whole lot better for holding up against all the bass that us slabs put into our trunks or whatever. You know, we cause a whole bunch of chaos inside the trunk, a whole lot of pressure. And back in the old days, people were having problems with the glass tubing busting or whatever. Oh, you know, I still have the same questions these days. Oh, are those lights gonna hold up to my bass or whatever? Oh, I got a lot of music in my trunk. But no, these right here, like the only thing you got to worry about is a little solder connection. As long as you know how to solder, you know how to sit down, and you know what I'm saying, you got a good eye for this shit. You know, like the shit gonna hold.
Okay, because I was wondering that, because it's like, it's a lot of people that do neons, but it's like each one of them have like a different style, I guess you could say. Can you break down the style? You know what I'm saying?
Shit,
like,
I mean, I can't.
you know,
I can't.
the different ones.
I can't necessarily speak for everybody and say, oh, this person has that style, this style. But me as you call me an installer, I guess. But me as an installer, I could be on Facebook just scrolling through some shit and see a brand new trunk, and without even looking at the name, I could tell who built it. Cause like we do kind of all have our own little style or whatever, you know, good and bad. You know what I mean? It's a whole lot of good shops out there doing some damn good work. You know what I'm saying? But it's still some people that haven't quite gotten with it, or you know, they fucking people over. You know what I'm saying? And it's a shitty topic subject, you know, to talk on or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I don't got no problem speaking about it, because over here I do nothing but good business. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever fuck with nobody over, have their car sitting around for over, you know, 6 months and shit like that. You know, like I got a very quick turnaround. I put people on a schedule. They'll come drop off their car, and you know, on the top and bottom, on a complete job, I try and give myself 1 week, 2 weeks tops. And that 1 week is gonna cover your subwoofer box, top lid, bottom lid, and maybe a console, maybe a rear deck. But if I gotta do all that, you know, I'm gonna give myself 2 weeks. You know,
for other people, or just in general, like you say, you might give yourself 2 weeks. Is that like 2 weeks you like working like non-stop? Because I mean, it's a lot of people
on this one vehicle. Yes, sir.
Because it's a lot of people that always say like, oh man, nowadays shops are kind of slow.
Yeah.
You might take a car there, it might be there for 6 months.
If anybody goes and looks at my Instagram, bro, like here lately, I'm realizing it's something that people like to see or whatever. But you know, like I put in a whole lot of hours here. My wife too. My wife helps me out a whole lot. You know, I might do 17 hours a day here, and that's if I go home. You know, if I have a big project to do, and I know I got this certain timeline that I gotta build it by. It might be MLK Day coming up. It might be somebody's birthday that they want their car back in time for, or something like that. Then if I told that person, hey, I'm gonna have your shit done, I'm gonna do everything in my power to get it done. I got an air mattress right over here. I'll sweep this whole little area out, bro, and I'll literally sit here and sleep right here next to the cars, bro.
Damn, that's dedication.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That's dedication.
My wife, she does a damn good job, take care of everything on the home front. You know what I'm saying? And that's when she does step away, you know. But nah, she'll be here. Like, she got a whole lot of experience doing this shit, bro. She can sit there and help me out wrapping some shit, and baby, hold this while I do that. Yeah.
Okay.
She's definitely a big. She's my Robin. I'm Batman. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And the prices, because I know a lot of people always say that when it comes to the prices of just building a slab in general, whether it be paint, music, insides, you know, pop trunk, fill wheels, they're saying everything is kind of going up.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you go down to HEB right now, bro, you ain't gonna pay the same price you paying yesterday. I don't know what's going on with gas right now. It went down like a whole 20 cents right now. But before that, we looking at like $3.19.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, but yeah, everything, the price of living, bro, is just going up, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, each shop or whatever, once you perfect your skill, once you're able to build a good reputation for yourself, such as I have or whatever, well then, yeah, you know, we can ask for more money or whatever, because the demand becomes higher. You know, if I got 5 cars sitting outside waiting to get the work done, you know, I can't tell the next man only this amount. I'm gonna have 6, 7 more cars if I just stay at that amount. You know what I'm saying? So once the demand starts growing, then your prices gotta go up.
So for somebody that's looking, trying to put a car together, if they wanted top, bottom lid, music in, console, you know, deck or whatever, or just we could just go simple, just top and bottom lid music.
Top and bottom lid.
What are they looking at?
So top and bottom lid, I'm at 2,500. With the 2,500, I include up to 12 neon lights, 12 neon letters. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So you count this one up, it's 2, 5. I don't know. Let's just say it's 20. So the first 10 are free. The other 10, I'm gonna charge you 25 a letter. So that's kind of how I base my price. I try and just make everything so simple because a lot of people will hit you up and they have no idea what something like this costs. They might think it's more, they might think it's less. They might be like, oh, what the hell is your problem for trying to ask that much? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has their price and everybody has their demand at the same time. I can charge this amount because I have a high demand or whatever. But yeah, so for top and bottom lid, 2,500, 10 neon letters included. Like I said, 25 a letter after that. Emojis, I base the emoji, on the difficulty level or whatever, how many strips it involves. But I'm very reasonable, of course. So that right there is at 2,500. Top lid, bottom lid, 10 letters. Anything else is extra. So subwoofer box, I build subwoofer boxes starting at 450. I prefer to build the subwoofer box because for me, this is a hatchback. So it's not a Cadillac. It doesn't actually have a trunk. You know what I'm saying? We could throw a whole fucking 2 18-inch box in this bitch if we wanted to. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, on the trunk, your subwoofer box is your foundation. You know what I'm saying? Your lid is gonna sit on top of your box. So in that case, I prefer to build the subwoofer box at the same time instead of them bringing one that's already been built or that they just grabbed off the shelf.
Is it easier for you if somebody brings all the materials? Say they bring they bring all the lettering, they bring the wood. It's not easier?
No.
Why is it that?
Man, because then people don't want a discount. Yeah. Like I don't know why you. that it's just weird that you wouldn't have collected everything. You know what I'm saying? I understand if you want to get your own music, if you're going to the music shop and you're going to get all these door speakers installed and this amplifier installed that you bought from Down for Sounds or whatever, and these big bad subwoofers that you can't buy in every Tom, Dick, and Joe motherfucking stereo shop around the city. You know what I'm saying? In some cases, you want some big bad shit, you gotta order this shit online or whatever. But now, so I don't do installation. I don't do installation here, so it makes no sense that you bring me your batteries and your speakers and everything like that. But yeah, even when it comes to the wood and the lettering and shit like that, I mean, if you go and buy this shit, like there's LED stores in Houston. You can go buy these same letterings, and they charge 3-4 times the amount that we can get them for. I mean, it's just having a storefront that's understood or whatever. But me being able to order this shit, I mean, it keeps prices down.
Yeah.
So why are you gonna bring me your own wood also at the same time? Like, is it gonna be cut already? Like I'd rather just go down to Home Depot and get my wood that I need, throw it in the car, whatever, come back here and shape the shit and have a damn good time.
Okay. And then you just said cutting wood. It just made me think about it, because I always interview people and they always arguing about when it comes to music, who trunk is cut. For viewers out there, what does a cut trunk mean?
Man, so I've never cut a trunk. I know what a cut trunk is. I've never cut a trunk before, believe it or not. I mean, it's basically where they go on mostly on the top lid, and so you're gonna have like a spine in that hole, and you're gonna have more like some certain areas where it's gonna have more metal than others. So they just go in there and try and take the grinder of that bitch and cut every single other piece out other than the trunk lid, so it'll actually still look like a trunk lid.
Is that to make it rattle more?
Hell yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Man, back in the day, bro.
Why is that a no-no?
No. I didn't say it's a no-no. Hell
but
no.
A lot of people say it's no.
Shit, I mean, it's all about preference.
Yeah.
Man, I'm not even gonna lie. Back in the day, 5-10 years ago, I would have gave you a different answer on this. I would have been like, oh, they cheating. They got to do that in order to get their trunk to do this and do that. Like, I'm able to get the same outcome or whatever by just doing this. You know what I'm saying? But this shit definitely has fucking grown on me, and I see the differences in this shit. Like, you can't compete against somebody with a cut trunk. Like, why am I gonna go and put all this money, put all this time and effort into getting the bitch to do what it do with a normal trunk, when this man over here, he only got so much invested in his shit, and he just cut the trunk, and now his shit is doing the food.
Yeah.
Like, so I mean, you just gotta get with it, bro. Like, it's a Houston thing, it's a Texas thing. If that's what you want, that's what you're going for, you're gonna cut your shit. Like I said though, I've never cut a trunk. I've never cut one of my own. I've never cut a customer's trunk or whatever. Nobody. If somebody paid me to do it, I would definitely do it. At one time, I even offered to build somebody a box for free if they allow me to cut their trunk, just because I wanted to get the experience out of it. I wanted to be able to say, look, this is what I'm able to do or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I know you said you don't do installation.
No, sir.
Why? Why is that? I know you told
So,
me off camera.
yeah. No, that's cool. So me being a shop owner, you know, installation, wires, fuses, all that shit's a liability. You know, I feel like you could spend all weekend working on one vehicle doing the installation, running wires front to back from that battery, installing more batteries back here, installing 2 or 3 amplifiers back here, and changing out the door speakers, changing out the head unit or whatever. You can literally spend the whole weekend doing that shit. And the customer comes to pick it up Sunday, you send the bitch home. Let's say he drives an hour away. Let's say he cool 45 minutes of the way home, but he got a fuse that goes out. So his sub stopped playing, or his whole his 4-channel stops playing. So he ain't got no door speakers no more, or his whole stereo now done turned off. Who the fuck he gonna call? He gonna call me while I'm trying to sit here clean up my shop, or trying to get to the house to lay down, or start thinking about my next project or whatever. Man, so I'd rather stay away from that. And not only that, but I mean, shit does burn up.
Why does some cars burn up?
I don't want to necessarily say it's definitely because of this, definitely because of that, because there's so many different factors as to why that shit happens or whatever. Sometimes it might not even necessarily be on the audio side, but they gonna blame the audio dude for that issue or whatever if they was to leave and something was to happen. It could be a week from now, it could be a month from now, 6 months from now, like whenever that shit goes out, they gonna call you back. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather build something for somebody or whatever, have them looking good or whatever, and let's go be friends out there. Let's go ride around and show everybody your trunk now, instead of like just having to deal with the constant headache, bro. Because even if we out there riding around or whatever, hey Pete, my door speaker stopped playing. Can you check it out? Come on, like like I just would rather give somebody good business and be able to provide somebody something that I can stand behind. If one of these letters goes out or whatever, I got no problem changing them out. It's very, very rare that it happens. I'm not gonna say it's never happened, but bro, I got no problem changing them out. Luckily, it's a very easy fix. Back in the day, fucking with the glass tubing or whatever, once your glass shit busted, you back at the fucking Neon Man paying $750, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Plus your installer be able to, bro, it was a lot of money.
Yeah.
It was a lot of money.
Being that, it is a lot of shops out here, is it kind of hard getting the recognition, you know what I'm saying, and getting, I guess,
Facebook,
notice?
Instagram, bro, like me. I don't know how businesses opened up back in the day. So I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you good.
But I feel like I knew where you was going with that. I don't know how businesses opened up back in the day without the internet, bro. We had yellow pages and shit like that. Hey, I got a pizza shop right here on the corner. Everybody come see me. Like now we got Facebook, Instagram. Like I said, I built my first box. I got my first customer off of Facebook. You know, a year from now, if you ask me where all my customers come from, I would have told you 90% is Facebook, 5% Instagram, 5% word of mouth. Here lately though, since I've been doing the whole custom trunk or whatever, it's been more so I'd say Instagram, because I feel like the Instagram people are the ones who are out here trying to be flashy, you know, who want to put the shit in your face. Hey, look at my shit. You know, when I was just building boxes before, I could build literally 3 boxes a day, you know what I'm saying, send the bitches off and never hear from the people again. I not know if they liked it, if they didn't like it, or, you know, nothing like that. Sometimes I hear back 6 months later, oh, you built me a badass box, bro. That bitch bang, couldn't nobody sit in that car, you know, shit like that. But, you know what I'm saying, with this shit, like literally, sometimes people come to me who are not actually in the slab world. You know, if you look at my shit, I build shit for anybody and everybody. Like, not everybody comes in here on swingers. Not everybody gonna leave and 2 weeks from now be on swingers or whatever. Like, if you just got a regular ass car and you want to pop trunk in the bitch, who you gonna come to? You're gonna come to me. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, so a lot of these people, they want this shit or whatever, you know, but they might not necessarily know where they can go and share it with other people. So in a lot of cases, I'll build something for somebody, and they're like, "Hey, where's the next meet? Where's the what the woo?" So we'll build a relationship. We'll build a friendship, or even even closer than that. And I'll be able to take them all around to the different spots, to the different car shows and shit like that. That's me going on. Cadillac events or Addictive Habits events and shit like that.
What was the trunk that you did that I guess you could say made the trap jump? You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I can't even call it, bro, just because I've been doing this shit for a while. So I think a lot of people just kind of been waiting for their right time. They think they feel like oh I've been fucking. They think they've been fucking with me just because they've been following me. You know what I'm saying? But man, I wouldn't say that there's necessarily any one particular trunk, bro, because they all come out different in their own different ways, and they're all creative and shit like that. So
Okay.
it all just depends on how you present it, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you do some badass work and you just take a picture of it, post it, you know what I'm saying? Cool. But if you spend a little bit of time and throw a little reel together, you know what I'm saying, it might bring some more traffic.
Yeah. What's the best trunk best box to build?
It depends really, because when you're talking about these slabs, in my opinion, I believe, like I said, it depends. If you're gonna have a bottom lid, it's gonna become pressurized. If you have a port, if you have just speakers even underneath the lid or whatever it is, it's gonna become pressurized. So the lids that we build, if it's gonna become pressurized, then now you gotta be able to place vents in there so that it can be able to breathe without jumping around, when the music's playing. Some people want to be able to pop their trunk right down the street and have their music, have their subwoofers playing and still be able to knock real hard. Only way to be able to do that, in my opinion, is by having a sealed box. So if that's what you want, if you want to ride down the street with your shit just here, still hitting like a shotgun, you know what I'm saying, then a sealed box is what you want. Now, if you want to be able to compete next to that dude with your trunk closed, and you don't have as much money in your shit as he does or whatever, then you might be able to get away with a ported box. If you get all your numbers correct on that ported box, that bit's it's gonna pressurize that motherfucking trunk now, and that bit's gonna go off and do its thing, But in the slab world, bro, from what I've learned, you throw as many fucking subwoofers in there as you possibly can in a sealed box. And watch that trunk jump, bro. Watch that trunk jump.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if not, like I said, you're gonna be over here with 212s, 215s, or something like that, trying to build the most badass box that you can. When that man over there got 812s in his trunk, 1012s in his trunk, 2 or 3 batteries, 2 or 3 alternators. You know what I'm saying? 4 or 5 lithium batteries. You know what I mean?
You just gave a lot of game, you know what I'm saying, for a lot of people that's watching, you know what I'm saying?
I know a lot, even though I don't do installation and all that, bro. I definitely know my shit.
What's your favorite car to work on? Like, if you see that they say, I'm finna come, and they pull up, and you like, ooh, I can't wait to do that one.
So the Rivi and the Eldorado, they're very much alike. They're very much alike. And a lot of people use them. It's a whole lot of 84, drop Baritzas and shit like that too. You know what I mean? It's a very common used car in the slab community. However, I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I love working on them, but the one that I love working on is the big boy, the 90, the Broham, the Fleetwood Broham. Yeah.
Okay, so, because I always ask this question, do it matter what type of car this is? This is a hatchback.
Yeah.
Does it matter that it's in a hatchback, or does it matter if it's in the Cutlass, if it's in an L-Dog, if it's in a Fleetwood? Does it matter the trunk size?
The trunk size matter? Fuck yeah. Yeah, because that Broham, that Fleetwood, is going to have twice the size trunk as that Eldorado did. You know what I mean? You can put a whole lot more music in that hole if that's what you're going for. You want to put music in it.
I guess I'm saying if I had 415s, 415 kickers, and I put them in a Fleetwood, would it hit the same if it's in a DeVille?
It depends on the box. It definitely depends on the box, because you could take one box and put it in this car versus that car or whatever. But if you was to now build the box specifically for that vehicle versus this vehicle, you can get them bitches to do the food. You know what I'm saying? That's all up to your installer being able to provide that for you.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Does Dynamat matter?
Yeah, Dynamat matters. It depends who you're talking to though. Here in Houston, here in Texas, we want that shit to sound like a shotgun.
So you don't want to put Dynamat in Houston?
I mean, depends what you're going for though. Like I said, we still have our base competitions and you know shit like that where people actually use the meters. You know, they trying to get loud. You know what I mean? But here in Houston, here in Texas or in the slab community, like you want your shit to sound like you got a bunch of nails down in the bottom, and you know you got a hammer in there in the bottom and shit, beating like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Man, I on the Eldorado, on the black Eldorado I just posted. You close that door. I don't know what it was. You close that door and the some bitch said, "Bah!" I don't know. It sounded like the trunk, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, like when I heard that, like that right there is the sound that everybody wants coming out their trunk.
So I'm gonna ask you this, not based on loudest, but what is the best quality car that you heard knock?
Best quality car.
Not loudest, but quality.
If you're going for quality sound, then you're gonna want to be porting into the vehicle, or you might have an SUV now. You know what I'm saying? You might have a Dodge Magnum, something like that. If you're going for sound, well then that's the only way, in my opinion, to be able to get the best sound into the vehicle or whatever. But as far as like just like being able to smack now, like if you talking about smack, I mean them Roadmasters.
Yeah.
People get them Roadmasters, put 210s in that bitch and have the fucking the fender split and that bitch sounded like it got 415s in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'd say probably those Roadmasters. People like fuck around with those, throwing a little bit and they get a lot.
Okay. Man, my last question: what's your top 5 greatest trunk setups that you've seen, that you've done?
That I've seen or done, man, it's really hard to be able to say that, to be honest, because I definitely hate to leave anybody out. I'll answer that this way. I don't think the best 5 trunks have been built yet. I'm not saying that it's got to come from me, but man, with the way that the slab game is growing and evolving, and we're getting so much more creative and putting details here and there and learning to use lights this way and that way and plexiglass here and there. You know, plexiglass used to be cool back in the day. They just throw a little sheet up there, put some little etching on there, throw some lights around the bitch, and it was cool. Nobody wants to really show the plexiglass these days. We don't want to show the big flat panels and shit. But now what we're learning to do is use the edge of shit. You know what I'm saying? Throw some lights on that bitch and it's going to light up the edge. And now you're able to play with it and go like this and like that, man. The slab game is evolving so much, bro, that I could literally tell you in the next month, the next 5 best trunks possibly could be built. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'll say this also. Something that they used to do way back in the day that nobody does anymore, that actually I do want to try and build one or whatever and then end up getting it done in this way. Think about it. People don't paint their lids no more. You remember? Back in the day, people used to paint it the same color of the car.
The car, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I look back on BG's video that you posted. It was a blue one he had on the bottom. It was painted, you know, candy blue, just like his car.
I think that's just kind of like trends. Everybody kind of follow a trend.
I'm sure it takes a whole lot more time or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot more money or whatever, but it's something that I would definitely love to see come back, bro, because that shit looks so fucking clean that, man, like, you can't fuck with it, bro.
Yeah. By you saying that, where you think the slab game going?
Man, it's definitely going in all the right direction. It's growing, evolving, like I said. It's some people watering the shit down, like I said, by promising people this, promising people that. Fucking cars sitting up at paint shop for years to come, you know what I'm saying? That shit's sad, bro. But man, if we could all just really fucking work and stand on business, do what the fuck we told these people that we're gonna do, man, we'll have the slab game bumping. Yeah. But nah, it's definitely going in all the right directions, bro.
Okay. Is there any contact that they can get to you, a number, you know what I'm saying, Instagram?
You can follow me, Instagram, PeteBase713, Facebook also, Pete Base. You could call my line, hit my line, text me, call me. Probably just text me, bro.
Yeah.
But 832-686-1588.
Okay, I told you off camera.
Yeah.
Once they see this video,
Yeah.
they go
But
for sure hit you.
I got a few more things though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I know people usually run it down and say I'm from here, I'm from there. I saw this car coming up, saw this car, whatever. You know, I've been watching your videos and I'm trying to see what it's about. You know, I've been watching your shit for a really long time. Even at my other shop, I just been at this shop now for 2 months.
Okay.
At my other shop, I was there almost 4 years. But yeah, I'll just be sitting here working or whatever. I throw your shit on and you know, I try to up my game, try to listen to this and that or whatever. But me, I'm from Spring Branch. You know, Spring Branch, 34th Street, Mangum, Sherwood Lane, shit like that. It was all like that little block right there. But coming up, man, I didn't see slabs coming up. Like I didn't see. I wasn't out there on the street seeing this dude come down, bro. I didn't see a slab actually come down till I was grown. You know what I'm saying? But this shit definitely grew on me. Whenever I was started building boxes and shit, I never thought that I'd end up here. To be honest, I never thought that I'd be this deep in the slab game or whatever like that.
Because I know you told me it was like a side hustle for you.
Yeah, it was definitely a side hustle. I had a damn good job being a machinist, bro. I was getting paid damn good money to sit there and literally do what the hell I'm doing right now, sit on my ass, you know what I'm saying? You know, measure your parts, make sure the shit's coming out good, bro, and you know, you're gonna make a good buck. But to be honest, bro, I was bored. When I quit my last job, I was bored. I thought that I was gonna go and find another shop to go work at that was a little bit more exciting and more money or whatever like that. But I just continued to get it out the garage, making boxes or whatever. Even my wife would tell me, she's like, "Oh, you need to do the whole thing now. You need to build it and make it look pretty and shit like that." But I'm like, nah, I just want to build boxes. I just want to build boxes. Like I had the mindset, I need to build 100 boxes a month. Like that's how I felt. Like I just need to build the box and send it on its way. I'm not gonna have no issues or whatever. I do my best job that I can on the box. Make sure the bitch not gonna come apart or whatever. Make the customer happy. Send it on its way. But now I really enjoy doing this shit. I feel like I'm able to slow down and just focus on one customer at a time. You know, I don't like 2 or 3 cars or even more than that. I sitting outside. I don't want not even one car sitting outside waiting to get worked on. Like me personally, when somebody hits me up, they say, "Hey Pete, I'm ready. I want to get some work done." I tell them, "Okay, here's my next availability." Okay, if they're cool with that and they're cool with the price or whatever, well then they drop half. You drop half, you get online, excuse me, and I tell you, okay, it'll be around this time whenever I'm hitting you up, telling you to bring me your car. So usually, with the next car that's in line, they'll have heard from me within like a week. You know what I'm saying? So that they can say, "Okay, I'm gonna be bringing you my car." A lot of times though, sometimes, excuse me, it's not a lot of times. Sometimes, other shops be holding shit up. I got a car sitting outside right now that I'm getting ready to start on right after I finish this one. Finishing this one today. But this car, I was supposed to have been touched it probably maybe a year ago. If not, maybe about 9 or 10 months. But it was other shops that held me up or whatever. It kept it from being able to be delivered to me because they weren't holding up their end of the deal. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with me. But, you know what I'm saying? It's just, unfortunately, it's some shops, bro, that promise people shorter deadlines or I don't know, shit like that than they really come through with. You know what I'm saying? Like me here, man, I always strive to just do what the fuck I said I was gonna do, bro. That's why I put in so many hours here. That's why I work so hard, and you know what I'm saying? I want to be able to go out there and enjoy this shit, you know, and not have to look over my back because I took $100 from this person or some shit like that. Like that shit's silly. Like, yeah, man. Like, to me, it's not about the money, bro. It's really not. Like, I love doing this shit. Like, with this shit, you're able to get creative. Like, me, I feel like an artist. Like, I don't got to worry about all the speakers and all the other shit or whatever. I got to worry about the trunk, man. I love doing this shit. I love lighting the shit up, making it look cool, throwing the little patterns on there and shit like that. And, man, just being able to stand around it with 10, 15 motherfuckers like this and being able to enjoy it. Yeah, that's, man, not only that, but then if I get 10 or 15 of these motherfuckers, put them in a line, and like I'm able to do, you know what I'm saying? I call up all my people, you know, hey, let's go pop out here, let's go pop out there. You know, we're going to line the motherfuckers up. We're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Already, man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, What would you want the Slab game to know about Pete Bass?
Shit, that I'm a solid individual. Uh, Man, other than that, I'm just a humble dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm a father of two. You know what I'm saying? I got a great wife. My wife and I, we almost been together 18 years. Here in about 6, 7 days, we'll be sharing our 18-year anniversary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that right there says a lot about a person. If you can hold a relationship down for that long, I think you might be a stand-up dude. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. I mean, anybody could come up to me and talk with me, you know what I'm saying, chop it up with me. I have a lot of people, I have a big following. So I've had people come up to me and just start shooting the shit with me, you know what I mean? And I don't necessarily know who they are, but they'll know me and in the back of my hand, like, you know what I'm saying? But man, come up to me, tell me who you are, tell me what kind of car you drive, tell me we've spoke here or there on whatever matter, bro. And I have a good memory, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just, yeah.
Okay. Man, you got any shout outs we get up out of here?
Shit, shout out Cadillacs and Coffee, man. I think you should definitely get him on the interview, bro.
Yeah.
He's doing great things for the Houston community, you know what I'm saying, for the Cadillac community, for the Slab community as well, you know what I'm saying. Shit, shout out to all the installers out there, man, that I look up to, you know what I'm saying, because I ain't gonna say that I just do this shit on my own. I just like pull all this shit out of my ass because whenever the time came to build my very first trunk or whatever, I didn't know where the fuck to start. I went on Google and I'm over there, pop trunk, Houston, pop trunk, Texas, whatever. I'm trying to figure out how the fuck we do this shit, and so that I could learn. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, shout out to all the other installers, bro. Just keep doing what you're doing. Make sure you do what you said you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Any painters out there that are standing on business, you know, doing what the fuck they said they was gonna do, or trying their fucking hardest in order to get those cars out on time or whatever. Shout out to y'all too, man. Shout out to everybody in the Slab community, bro. Like, if you really like this shit, you really love this shit, man, and you really want to build one of these hoes one day, I think it's very well possible off of any motherfucking budget, bro. The only thing though, it's gonna take some time. You gotta have patience. If you don't have money, you better have you some patience. You know, or you better learn to do this shit yourself.
Yeah.
You know, like
That's a fact. That's a
like
fact.
I put my whole car together. I put my wife's car together just by learning how to do the shit myself. You know, but yeah, shout out to y'all too, bro. Like, you could do this shit off of any budget, man. It just, you gotta have patience. You gotta have some kind of willpower. You gotta have some kind of way to actually make the shit happen. Whenever it comes to buying the wheels, bro, I ain't never been able to just work for somebody and get some wheels. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna have to come off the bread to get the wheels. You know, if you're not gonna learn to do your own pop trunk, you're gonna have to come off the money to do the pop trunk. Cause people come to me and they're like, oh, I'm not no hustler. I'm not no drug dealer. You know, I just have this normal ass job, bro. Hook me up. You know what I'm saying? But man, what I want to tell them is, bro, you want to build a car that looks like a drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? That's the persona that you want to build or whatever. Like, you got to come with it in some kind of way, bro. Like, if you got to have big dreams, you're gonna have a way to get there. Like, don't ask nobody for no handouts, bro. Definitely not. You know, I love helping out the next man when I can and where I can or whatever like that. But definitely don't hit nobody's inbox and just be like, I've been fucking with you for years. When I ain't even heard from you, don't even know your name, nothing like that. But you over here, like, in the first message, you're gonna ask somebody to look out for you. You know what I mean? Yeah, shit be crazy, bro.
Okay.
I deal with a whole lot of people all day, every day. You know, this shit is not cheap. Putting these cars together is not cheap. Like, you're gonna have to find a way to get this money. If this is what if you want to put a car together, bro, you're gonna have to find a way to get this money.
Yeah. Man, that being said, just to let you know, after we do this interview, you know, you didn't put your number in here, you didn't kind of put your prices in here, they gonna hit you up.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Only hit me up if you serious though, for real. Like, because look, you already know my prices. You know what I'm saying? You know how it works. Don't hit me up unless you serious and you ready to actually do business. Because look, right now we're in June. Beginning of June. My next availability is about the beginning of August, and even still, so I just promised somebody that I'm gonna take care of them in the beginning of August. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm booked 2 months at a time, and it's been this way for the last 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying? So don't think you're just gonna hit me up today and come drop a car off tomorrow, unless you're ready to be patient. You know what I'm saying? I had somebody hit me up from Louisiana. He was literally on his way already here. Like I had never spoke to him before. He's like, hey, I need you to message me back as soon as possible. Whatever. I need to bring my car to you. So I was like, what? Like, all right. Like I just messaged back my number or whatever. He hit me up. He's like, Pete, I saw your shit on Facebook, bro. I saw your shit on Instagram, man. Your shit's fire, bro. You gotta work on my car. You gotta work on my car. He's like, I'm bringing you my car right now. I'm gonna give you a couple $100, bro, and you just do it whenever you can. So that was about 2 months ago from now. I told him, okay, in about 2 months. In about 2 months, I'll be able to put you in or whatever, get your car taken care of and shit like that. So yeah, he came. He a whole slab, the green one, the candy green one sitting outside, candy green slab. You know what I'm saying? Like the bitch ready. You know what I mean? It just needs a little truck work. But like I said, he has patience. Just like I tried to say a while ago, you know, if you want to build something like this, you know, you got to have patience. You got to have a lot of money or something like that, because you know what I'm saying, that's the way it's gonna work.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. So yeah, drop a deposit. Hit me up. We can go over the details. I don't mind that. We can. I could write down. You know, you're gonna put on there your mama's a hoe, and you want on the bottom Houston, Texas, Acres Home Fofo,
Yeah.
or whatever. I'd love to gather all the details. That way I can go ahead and, you know, log you as this and that person. Tell me what car we're working on and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But just be ready. You know what I'm saying? Don't waste my time, because I'm not gonna waste your time. You know what I mean? Like that's one thing I don't waste my customers' time. Like I feel like time is very valuable. If I promise somebody I'm gonna have you out before MLK Day, I'm gonna have you out for your birthday, Juneteenth, or whatever the hell the case may be. I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure that I stand on that I get the job done.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That being said, it's Lil Doug B, SlabOgsTv. We out.
Yes, sir.